did something in a different language, and then I spoke Afrikaans. I said, I'm going to give you an Afrikaans klap.
Right, guys, this podcast is sponsored by Nutricon. We got another Nutricon athlete in here. We got someone who's wearing Nutricon pants. Lakers, bro. It looks like it's Nutricon. What's happening, guys? We'll start with Tristan. You can introduce yourself.
Hi, guys. Tristan Murray, sponsored by Nutricon and GHI. Second in the Big Men Weekend now for Classic Physique Junior and Classic Physique Class C, online coach. And yeah, it's awesome to be here, guys.
What's up, guys? My name is Kyle James, 19-year-old men's physique athlete. Placed third at the previous Big Man Weekend, Class D, sponsored by GHR. And yeah, that's it.
Oh, wait, that's everyone that matters.
Oh, so we're skipping the winner now. I was about to say, thank goodness we're skipping the
Do
winner.
I have to introduce myself again?
Yeah, brief.
Okay.
Just say you're the winner.
Classic champion, bro.
Just say winner, then we're all happy.
Kieran, good to be back again. I think it's the third time I've been on, bro. Placed first at Big Man Weekend for Classic Physique Juniors.
Yeah, rub
Class
it in.
B.
Rub it in.
Bro, can you hear perfectly?
Yeah, I can hear
Oh,
you.
yeah. Yeah, you guys are actually on stage against each other.
Yeah,
it
it was
was
a junior
funny,
lineup.
They made us pose though.
Sure. Yeah, we were posing down for that, and it was lekker. It was a nice competition. I actually enjoyed it. It was very touch and go because we both were in the center.
Yes.
Because it was an equal lineup. It was 6 guys and 2 in the middle. So it was actually, I actually didn't know.
Yeah, neither did I.
So it was actually a surprise to both of us.
And you did men's physique, yeah?
Yeah, bro, I did men's physique. It was my first competition. But yeah, bro, I devoted obviously everything to the prep and stuff. We were very happy with what we brought though. Obviously, I was like a little bit sad about the placing, but I thought, like they also had us posing for so long. I held middle for quite a while, so I was actually happy with the overall experience of it. But yeah, bro, I was happy with what I brought. So,
And do you think you should have done better?
honestly, no. To be honest, bro, I think I don't want to sound like a sore loser, so I'd rather just take it on the chin.
Yeah.
And move forward and work on what I need to work on. We have made a decision to move up to Classic though, so I'll be taking quite a while off and just building on some quality muscle and then coming back completely different.
Yeah, me being his coach, personally, I think his legs are his stronger aspect.
And then he's hiding them.
And he's hiding them.
Yeah.
Where his arms are his weaker point, arms and back. So why would I want to showcase what he doesn't, or his strong points? So
I guess that's what bodybuilding is, bro. It's kind of
Yeah.
creating an illusion.
exactly.
There are weaknesses.
It's not the
But
biggest guy.
You kind of hide your weaknesses, you flaunt your strengths, and then you portray yourself to the best way possible on stage. That's what it's, you're just watching Kieran's posing, bro. That was art. That was artistic, bro.
Thank you.
And that's also one of the reasons why I wanted to move, because I'm not really comfortable with the men's physique poses, just standing there, I feel like I can show my strong body parts better with the classic poses, obviously side chest and stuff. Obviously you can show more, so that's the plan going forward, and I'm very excited for obviously what's coming with the off season.
How long will you take off?
Well, it depends on how much we grow. Obviously I haven't ever done a full off season. I tried, but then lockdown came and then I was training in my little room at house. So I'm very excited to actually take a proper off season and focus on certain things, So it all depends on how much we grow, but probably end of next year I'll be back on stage.
Like I said to him, I'm not going to put a set time on it, as obviously it will be depending on how his body responds. Yeah. If he gains size very quickly, I'll see, let's put him on stage earlier, or whatever the case might be. Because actually a weird story how we started. 5 weeks out, I said to him, boy, something's not you're not, things aren't looking great to me. I said it looks like he's got AIDS to me. And then we just started. So took over his whole prep, truly, and I think we brought the best package possible.
So what are you doing differently that Tristan came in to save the day?
Carbs.
Would you just take them out, eh?
No, they were deadly low. Like
6 low days, 2 high carb days from 12 weeks out.
yeah. So I was like stage ready at like 6 weeks out, and then
You
obviously
were
after
dying
that,
at 6 weeks out. There's a difference.
and then I was like just started losing muscle from 6 weeks out, and like we were like I was starting to look like really stringy, bro. And then we actually made the cardio less. We brought in some more carbs. My body reacted very well to the carbs.
No, you were stuck on 93 from about 8 weeks out.
Yeah.
The moment I took him over at 5 weeks out, 2 weeks later he's on 88.
Okay.
Leaner, bigger, fuller.
And it's
less
interesting how
cardio.
people think, no, if you just take away carbs, you're always going to progress. Whereas,
Exactly.
you sometimes just get stagnate. You stagnate, you hit a plateau, and then introduce some carbs, which people think are the enemy, and then you actually see better results.
Exactly. Like
Kieran, bro, your prep.
Bro,
Your prep was
I like
nice.
it. Yeah, I love my preps. Every prep we've done has been, I mean, cheat meal every week until 2 weeks out.
Just that's
High
You
carb days
had
or 1
2
week
cheat
out.
meals until like 4 weeks out a week, or 6 weeks out.
No. I kept it at one, but you were giving me full
Full
cheat
days, full
not
days.
meals.
Yeah.
So like the whole Saturday, I'd be cheating and stuff like that. So
this is
that was nice.
But given Kieran's genetics or something else in terms of fat burning, bro.
Yeah.
Like this guy, I mean, he was eating 2,600 calories every day until like, I think I only took him down to like 2, maybe like 2 weeks out.
I think we actually spoke about it even on,
Yeah,
on
we did.
Instagram.
Yeah, we had a chat about it. Yeah.
And like, it's ridiculous to see how obviously, how old are you now?
22.
You?
19.
Okay, so you're all quite a bit younger than me. So only 3 years, I guess. But you know, it's seeing how, even for myself, like when I finished school compared to now, how much my metabolism has slowed down. You know, when we were playing rugby, it was just, you can eat whatever and you stay relatively lean.
True.
And then now, like, you know, just being 25, I can see like how much more water I'm holding the following day after cheat meal, and it sucks.
Yeah, I can just imagine.
Yeah.
This was actually my first prep not doing cheat meals weekly. I normally did a cheat meal every week where I would kind of binge on like 10,000 calories.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. And this whole prep in the 18 weeks, I had 4 cheat meals, which 2 were like such a waste. They were like 4
Do you
protein
prefer
bars.
doing that?
Personally, I felt very good mentally. Like I know, okay, cool. When I'm in like a suffer state, I know, okay, cool. I'm actually doing my prep proper. But
I can see you like that as well. I know you enjoy knowing that you're suffering.
Bro,
Yeah.
I actually like, because it was my first proper prep, like I thought feeling like I'm dying was
It's
supposed to be
normal.
like that.
Yeah.
Bro. But then he popped me in. He was like, bro, so I had a refeed at 4 weeks out, right?
this guy asked
And
me
it was
15
only-
times.
Bro, it was only going to be a pizza, right, with my previous coach. We had the pizza and whatever. So I asked this guy what he's having. He sends me this long-ass list, bro. I was like, damn, why am I not having this shit? So I sent him my shots and stuff, and he's like, bro, you need to eat. So he's like, so now it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He's like, bro, eat whatever you want for the rest of the day. So I just went at it, bro. And then my stomach was so...
And then you lean in
bloated.
the next day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then you
And
know it works.
And you look better.
And that's also why people always think like, when is the right time to have a cheat meal? You never know.
Yeah.
Until you wake up the next day and you're looking better.
Exactly.
Exactly, bro. And like my body kept like just reacting better to those foods. But yeah, I was really happy when that happened. Obviously my stomach was like distorted, bro. I was like lying on my bed with my chick next to me, like, dude, I'm dying, like help me.
So pretty much every time I cheat.
Yeah,
Every time
same
Kieran cheats as well.
Digestive
like-
enzymes, guys.
Yo boy, I was
And probiotics. Yo, it's man's best friend.
yo, bro, these last 2 days we obviously chowed whatever we wanted for 2 days after. And honestly, bro, like the honey on the rice cakes on show day made me like so like nauseous that I
Yeah.
didn't want sweet stuff. But then the next day when I woke up, I was like craving shit, bro.
Yeah.
So we went at it.
I hardly ate the next day after the show.
Serious?
Oh, no, I made sure
My,
I
I think
ate.
my stomach had shrunk so much.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
I went to the Val. My girlfriend and I went to the Val the next morning, and we stopped for breakfast. And I think that was pretty much the only thing I ate until dinner.
Oh, shit.
That one meal dude, I was so full.
I forced
I
like a
didn't want to look
kg
at
of cheese
food
in.
the rest of the day.
Like
but
I
then
was-
this week, obviously I'm back on diet, but it's been a bit tough.
That's what it's the mindset, and I don't know if there's honestly anyone Anyone that's competed, that the moment you know that thing that you've been working so hard towards and been working towards that end goal comes, even if you've got a show in 8 weeks' time. There's no one that can Monday straight back on it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's impossible because I've worked so hard for this. Like, I deserve it.
Like I told him, like, take 3 days off, eat whatever you want. He probably messages me 10 times. You sure?
Bro, I'm really bad with it, bro. Like,
He's really bad.
But then I'm sure, I assume, you know, what for me is I'm like, I can't cheat. Then I have a cheat meal, then I can't stop cheating. Because you kind of like, no, don't. The moment you slightly give in, it's just like, okay,
you
well,
binge and it's like, it's over with.
Bro, I mean, this week, I mean, I've been sticking to all my diet meals, but it's in between those meals that's the problem.
I think that's why a lot of people don't lose weight, bro.
It's the Easter eggs and
yeah, they're just those little things, bro.
yeah.
But
Actually, with this prep was the highest amount of carbs I've eaten.
Well, I guess you weren't cheating as well, so you need those carbs.
yeah.
So I was on 430 carbs until literally a week out, 3,000 calories or 2,800 to be exact. From 7 weeks out, didn't drop a thing. 15 minutes cardio a day. That was it. And that was probably the reason why I looked my best, because my body was constantly fed with food.
Yeah.
And like I said, even till a week out, nothing changed. It was just some water manipulation.
Yeah. And you guys, well, you obviously being the coach, red meat, do you cut it out?
No,
or
not at all. I had 2 red meat meals and 2 chicken meals every day, literally till show
And it's
day.
interesting how some people cut out red meat, you know, completely.
You go flat.
We do in peak week. That's the only time.
Oh, no, I don't.
But that's just because I want to give clients, a lot of food. So, you know, that they can feel
Calories.
more full.
Yeah.
And then obviously still being like low calorie. So like things like not fish to lean out, because I mean, let's be honest, Kieran didn't need to lean out more.
Yeah.
I just gave him a lot of fish to give him more satiety,
Yeah.
giving
I also
him a
like
lot of
fish.
egg whites so that in peak week while you're dying, you know, you're feeling full.
Yeah.
I know with my peak week, and I assume with Kieran's as well now, you're actually more full during peak week than you were the week before.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I ate exactly the same. So to me, it was inevitable to like.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a difference to me. I ate my exact same meals because I was ready about 2-3 weeks out, and that's when I actually should have made the call and say, okay, let's stop with the cardio. I'm ready.
Yeah.
And I went down and dropped another 2 kgs. Look, my leanness was exactly the same. I just suffered a lot of fullness, especially in the legs, and I feel my back.
Yeah. I think that's also what a lot of people do is they think that so much cardio is going to benefit them. Then they start, like, I mean, Kieran, bro, how much cardio did you do? Like for 2 weeks?
We
prep.
started earlier this time. I mean, you just said you might as well start now. Like at 3 weeks out, you're like, you might as well
Yeah,
just
but
start.
it was
I
like
was
20
doing
minutes. It was like 3 times a week, 4 times a
20
week.
minutes, yeah. And then we upped it in peak week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For 3
It was like
days.
30 minutes.
I did 5
30
times
minutes.
a day or 5 times a week, 15 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, I was doing stepper.
I was doing a lot in the beginning.
This guy was doing an hour when I got him on.
I like doing cardio. I do cardio.
I dig
I'll do more cardio so that I can eat more.
Oh no!
So I'll go
I'll
to
eat less.
I'll go to the gym in the morning. I'll be like, okay, well, I want to eat 2,000 calories or 2,800 calories on prep. I'll go do an hour of cardio so that I'll watch series while I'm doing cardio.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the fitness behind it. I enjoy, you know, getting
also-
fitter.
I
I enjoy
also
my
do,
lungs improving, and then knowing I can eat more. And
Okay, so you can literally eat like an extra 600 calories.
yeah,
No,
because I burn like 600, 700 calories
Yeah.
in a session. Obviously, like it isn't benefiting. I would benefit more by not doing it. I mean, if you can lose fat without doing cardio, you're going to look fuller, you're going to look better. But I enjoy the process better, so I enjoy the prep better, so my mindset is better, and I'm more
you get
positive.
to
And
eat
then
more.
exactly,
I literally didn't have
Speaking
anything
of
else to
prep,
watch.
bro, when are you getting back on stage?
Yeah.
bro. Let the man finish his sentence.
I like how he's avoiding the questions.
No, I literally didn't have anything else to watch on the channel anymore, bro. Like, I would just put on the channel and I'm like, yo, I've watched
bro,
everything.
I take my tablets and just download Netflix series before, and then I just watch series, watch anime.
But this guy's been through all of it now.
That's true.
Bro, like,
He's been doing cardio since 12 weeks out.
I think a mistake I made with my prep was I was like, oh, if like I spent peak week at his place, and like my whole prep, I was just all about bodybuilding, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I was just watching bodybuilding everything, like on YouTube. I wasn't even interested in anything else.
This guy
And then
was
I went
bad.
to him, And I was like, bro, check this video of Chris Bumstead. And we started watching Chris for like 20 minutes. He's like, bro, I can't watch this shit anymore.
Yeah.
Like I literally had a talk with him. He came there the Saturday evening. That Saturday night, I sat him down. I'm like, now
Chill
we need to
out,
talk.
bro, like-
You're constantly talking about food. You're constantly talking about bodybuilding. I've got a normal life as well.
Yeah.
I like watching my series. I like watching shit on Instagram.
Playing PlayStation.
I watch food channels, bro.
No, that's what I don't
My
do.
whole prep.
I know.
I don't do
that.
whole prep, cardio. Literally food channels.
I've done that. I trust. I know the feeling.
Every day, I literally binge watch food channels.
And that's what I said to him, like, chill on the... Because literally, we went on his YouTube and it's Machiavelli and Nicandro, and I'm like, dude, don't you watch anything else? Like,
And then after that talk, like that week just went so easily, bro. Like we were playing.
Oh, we
PlayStation.
actually
I wasn't
saw.
even thinking of the show. Like,
Which is
and
where
I-
it needs to be like that, because when it
Taking your mind
becomes
off of it, dude.
Yeah.
when it becomes an unhealthy obsession that
Yeah.
you know you can't have a conversation with
Like
a random
addiction,
person because
yeah.
all you
Exactly,
want to
dude.
talk about is bodybuilding, and you
Exactly.
can't go to a family braai without judging people because they're eating this and they're eating
or
that.
how they look or what
yes,
they...
exactly.
That's sick. That you. It's
And-
like
Oh,
addiction.
Yeah, and having that positive mindset, be like, I love this is obviously what I do,
Mm.
but people are allowed to have what they have, and I don't
Yeah.
always have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Makes you. I mean, also use this experience as a coach, Kieran, obviously now as well. You go to the gym, you do your own dieting, you make plans for other people. I don't want to talk about this in my free time.
No.
Yeah.
Because
Not
it's
at
all
all.
I'm doing all day. I don't want to, at the end of the day, now go watch Chris Bumstead. Obviously, at times it is cool.
Yeah.
And before a gym session or whatever, maybe now and then, or he releases his Olympia prep, you watch that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But when it's 24/7,
I think you're hitting it like the head on the nail.
Yeah, bro.
Because exactly, I'm sitting with 40 clients. All I do is I'm on the laptop for, let's say, 5-6 hours a day doing programs. This guy rocks up and he's literally putting on more bodybuilding for me. Like, no, I wanted to watch How to Get Away with Murder or something.
Yes,
Just
yeah.
let me be.
And that helped me a lot. Like, and I'm very excited for my next prep because then I know that I can like have balance. You know what I'm saying? So like,
sometimes, like what I found was like the less you think about it, the better. Because the less you
Exactly.
stress, the better you look as well.
Exactly.
exactly,
Yeah.
bro.
A lot of
So,
my clients as well, like they constantly, no, I'm hitting Sunday, I'm hitting that weight. I'm like, dude, it's Monday.
yeah.
Now you're thinking of Sunday already. Like, calm down. Like, let's just get through the week first.
Yeah.
Like, why are you stressing about what Sunday's going to happen? Or what cheat meal you're going to get on Sunday? Like,
And that's why there's that bad stigmatism around bodybuilding and people thinking like all bodybuilders have eating disorders. Obviously, I mean, it creates eating disorders.
Yeah,
That's 100% true. But it creates body dysmorphia. Of course it does. But everything creates body dysmorphia. Gymnastics, where they need to be a certain weight and look a certain
Exactly.
way. And, that also creates body dysmorphia. Rugby, that creates body dysmorphia.
Yeah,
Everything on earth creates body dysmorphia because to fit a certain role, a prop needs to look a certain way.
Yeah.
They be like, no, you're losing weight, eat more. But it's like, but all I'm going to do is put on fat. Like, I don't care. You need to be a certain way, do it. That also creates body dysmorphia. So it's not
100%.
like it's just bodybuilding.
yeah,
Yeah.
and to me, like the body dysmorphia, I think is thrown around a lot. And people use it as an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very, very. Like, especially what I've seen, and I've spoken to a couple of people, like, you're constantly telling yourself you're sick. Like, why would you want to tell yourself, I've got body dysmorphia, and that's all you're telling
And it's
yourself?
just an excuse also to have a reason why you're a certain way.
Exactly.
And why.
So now you're an asshole,
yeah.
but
I
it's
think
because of my body dysmorphia.
I think a lot of the time is, yes, maybe body dysmorphia is the way you think. It doesn't mean it's an excuse to continue to think that way.
Yeah,
Like, yes, I mean, oh, my calves look bad. What do you do about it? You go work your calves harder. Oh, I don't look good enough. What do? You diet. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm never going to lose weight because I've got body dysmorphia. I mean, there's
Exactly.
something to do about everything. Oh, I'm bad at maths. What, you study? Like, at the end of the day,
exactly.
I'm stupid. It's not because you're stupid. It's because you're not working hard
Yeah, you're
enough.
just lazy.
Exactly. Obviously no one can do bodybuilding to a top tier level, but everyone can compete. Everyone can look good. It's just about putting in the work.
Yeah, like I got the judge's official feedback. I know what I need to work on, and I'm not going to sit in a corner and cry about it now.
Yeah.
Like, I need to work on it.
Blame your body dysmorphia and then
Yeah,
those parts
sorry,
that
it's
were
genetics.
wrong.
I can't work them.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You see,
So what was the feedback?
density in my legs. So basically, they said condition-wise was perfect. Symmetrical top half, great. Conditioning in the legs was good, but density was lacking completely. And I know that we even went in the show, my coach and I, we went in the show as we know my legs are my weakness. But the illusion I need to do to show them off, side shots, twist them a bit. Hamstrings are relatively strong. I've got zero glutes. But and the quads, once I had to do a front shot, especially next to Kieran, it was like, they just
And that's a big
vanish.
thing about classic is it's like women's bikini fitness, whatever. It's their bum.
It's like-
Whereas it's your legs. Like in classic, it's how dense and thick and defined and
With the tiny
detailed.
waist.
Yeah, with the tight waist and with the hamstring. I mean, that's why, bro, your hamstrings improved so much.
His glutes.
Yeah.
I saw him backstage. I'm like, yo, what does this guy do? What does he squat the whole day?
And what's interesting to get that level of detailing without cardio, like usually it's like that little bit of cardio. Obviously, maybe that's because previously he had done no cardio. Now he can add that cardio, so that helped get that extra
It-
level,
that- yeah, that-
little bit of detailing that he needed.
That extra needed. That
And what is your
stage.
what is your judge feedback? Like, why do you?
muscle maturity, bro?
But then why do you want to go classic?
The thing is, like, I feel like it doesn't matter how long I take off, I don't want to step on stage again with a board short on. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, even if it takes me 3 years, I'd rather come back in 3 years than instead of coming back and doing the same thing again and being uncomfortable. You know?
Why uncomfortable?
Just like the posing for me, bro. Like, I'm not a fan. I'm not really a fan of the division in general. Like, I like a couple of the athletes, obviously, but I don't really like. I don't like the whole stigma around men's physique and the men's bikini. I rather want to be seen as a bodybuilder. Like who shows legs and stuff. So like. For me, it's just like I like the classic poses more. I like the actual division more. It's more exciting for me. So like, I rather see myself doing that and moving earlier and getting comfortable. And rather, if I were to place third again in a classic division, that means I'm moving forward. But your muscle maturity was one of the bigger ones.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm 19, so I don't mind placing third to a guy that's 32.
Yes, of course.
Obviously, he's got like a decade of muscle on me.
Yeah.
So. But that's obviously what we're going to be working on, is taking quite a bit of time off and just growing as much as I can.
And that jump between men's physique and classic
It's
is
massive.
huge.
Massive,
Like
bro.
if you like, that's why it's going to take time. It's
Exactly.
going to take time, because if you don't have the maturity for men's physique, to get the maturity for classic physique, it takes time, and it takes
bro.
chipping away and chipping away and chipping away. I mean, looking at those Oaks at Classic this year, looking at the tallest lineup, like looking at Yuri and those Oaks.
Yeah, Yuri's
like
huge, bro.
Some big
Kieran's
boys.
conditioning, I would say, is better than Yuri's, but the maturity and the size and the density.
Yeah.
Like I personally think Yuri should have done better,
Yeah.
Me too,
but that is time, and that is
But also, doesn't he look
age.
like a bodybuilder?
He does.
To me, then we saw a guy from, I think it was in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
He's a monster.
He weighed like 124 on stage.
Of a classic guy, but to me, he looks like a bodybuilder, and I don't see that as a classic.
I think, bro, if you meet Chris Bumstead in real life, you're gonna be like, "Oh, guy's a bodybuilder."
Yeah, but the tight waist, and everything there, this guy looked like a proper, that bulky.
Yeah, I think with Yuri also, especially, he needs to get more detailing in his legs. Like if he can maybe come in like 2-3 kilograms lighter and more condition, then I think he's more classic. But also that's the problem with South Africa, and I want to hear your guys' opinion on this, is they want you to look South African, bro. Then you need to go and put on 10 kilograms just to, I mean, bro, if you look at the classic physique here, guys that are turning pro are smaller than the men's physique except Olympia.
I was about to say, look at the men's physique.
Yeah.
These men's physique guys in America will smoke any of our bodybuilders.
Yeah, 100%.
Smoke them. And
Brandon Hendrickson is quite
Bro.
large.
is a big boy, and now they want us to look like, like.
But I think at the end of the day, also, you won't be giving out pro cards then. Because if you have to wait and say, okay, guys, South Africa, we're going to wait until you actually look like a overseas pro,
that's never gonna happen.
then we're just like, okay, well, let's just give up.
Yeah.
Unless maybe Kieran in next year, you can look like Seabum. You actually did the Seabum moustache, eh?
Yeah, you see, it's still there.
I
He's
was,
still rocking
I
it.
was the one telling him to do it.
Yeah, he's the one who's like, cut the beard. I'm like, yo, but the beard, it's like.
But that's also what's nice is with prep is, you have facial hair and then you cut it and you see how lean your face
Like,
is.
I was also shocked because I always have chubby cheeks.
Okay.
And they still semi-chubby, but compared to what they look like in off season, they skinny now.
Yeah.
But also, like I told him now with me coaching him, I said, we're going to take the time off and let's say we start prepping again. And I see, look, you can still fit in the men's physique category. I'm going to put him in the men's physique category because his shape allows it. He's got the V-tape. He's got the tiny waist.
And I mean, there's no shame in winning men's physique.
No,
I mean, if you
100%.
get your pro card in South Africa, I mean, look at Reese, bro. That guy is massive.
Yeah, bro.
You get your pro card, like let's say you compete against Reese and you beat him. I mean,
Fuck,
bro,
that's
you're a
amazing.
pro. Go do
Of course.
classic
So
as a pro.
when is this
Of course.
podcast releasing?
I don't know. It can be Monday. What?
No, I must spoke out. You might be seeing me soon again on stage.
Okay.
You might be.
When is might be?
Muscle Militia.
Yeah.
When's that?
In 7 weeks.
Okay, this podcast is going to be long out before then, bro.
Okay, but then I won't release too much detail then.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe,
not
maybe
really
we do,
like-
maybe we don't see you. Who knows?
Yeah. But
I'm
it's
not
gonna
really
be
like-
gonna be a semi shock.
But no, is it Muscle Militia the next show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
27th,
27th,
But now, is
29th
that,
of May.
is that a pro qualifier?
No, it's just a regional, but it's to test the waters in something. So
Okay,
that's why I
see.
say it's coming with
Okay.
a shock to some people.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, that's cool. Bro, you said you were going to do that. Well, you're thinking of it and you're not going to.
Well, I mean, we spoke.
It's pointless because
I mean,
if you do classic again, I
But he's
mean,
in
like,
shape.
it'll be-
Come, join the team.
yeah, he's in
Join
shape
squad.
now. Just give him a
for
few more weeks of
experience-
eating.
Obviously, for experience wise, like it would be a great idea. But
Yeah.
I don't
Is
know. I
it
kind
worth
of.
it?
I mean, I spoke to Jesse as well, and it's kind of like I can either compete now in 8 weeks, or I can focus on actually
Getting
improving.
yeah.
And
For the-
pushing towards the end of the year or
Yeah.
early or whatever. And
Yeah, that actual pro qualifier.
so
Yeah.
like.
Because probably the only thing you want to bring up is the upper body.
Well, I mean, improve all round.
Yeah.
I would
Where
say
do you want to improve on the legs.
The only thing that I think, obviously that could be improved on now, maybe just a little bit of thickness in your back.
Yeah.
Maybe just having like a little bit of more of a shell type of look.
Yeah, just density, just
Yeah.
some thickness.
But I mean,
and
that's
density
also
all
something. The
around,
moment
but-
you get lean, bro, you realize how much size you lose in your back.
Yeah.
You wanna
It's
swap me?
crazy.
You want to swap me? just a tiny bit of quads for some back.
Yeah, but no, I mean, obviously, like for me personally, like I want to improve, everywhere,
Yeah.
head to toe. And I mean, that's obviously the goal.
Yeah,
There's still
obviously.
tons of work to be done as well. Because I mean, if you look at the guy that won overalls,
Carl.
what's that, Carl Bruce, yeah. I mean, he looked great. He was lean, and he was also
Is that the guy that did your
with the big
did he-
beard?
Class C
He
with
won
me.
overalls.
Who's that?
Classic.
Who's that guy that did men's physique as well?
Tyrone.
Did he come
Third.
He came
in classic?
Yeah, third. It was Zach who won.
Yeah,
Sibarachen. He won, right? Classic D. And I think Yuri was second.
I'm not sure.
Bro, don't.
Yuri came third.
is
Oh,
Yuri
Yuri-
came
oh, and
third or
Tyrone.
fourth, bro? Yuri.
Yeah.
And
Yuri
Tyrone
was-
came second, I think.
Okay.
I think Yuri obviously deserved better placing because he's like a truck, bro.
I think he's amazing, but I think he would have done better if he had done bodybuilding.
Yeah.
You see, that's why I said the moment I saw Yuri and he was weighing in front of me, I'm like, yes, this guy.
Bro,
is
I just standing against Yuri
I'm like, this
2
guy's
years ago.
big.
Yeah,
I was shocked, bro, because obviously I won classic muscle militia, and then I went to overalls, and then that was me, Essie. Who is that? Oak?
It was you, Essie, Yuri, and
This is the shorter guy who did the A
Raven.
class. No. It was. He's not. It's not a South African guy.
Oh no,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure then.
Yeah, I
He
can't
took a
remember.
photo with you.
With me.
Yes, after at backstage, bro.
With me.
Ng.
Oh,
Ng or-
yes,
The one
yeah.
who got his pro card.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
Ninja
Yeah,
Vita
yeah.
or
So
something.
that's the guy that won overalls,
Yeah,
and then the
yeah.
following 3 weeks or whatever after that big man got his pro card.
Yeah, no,
So
he's-
he also was him in the shorter one, then Essie in B, then me in C, then Yuri in D.
That's what we both see.
Yes, yeah, we both see. So
literally.
are you competing in October?
No.
Oh.
So it depends. Like I said, it is all
It all
dependent
depends,
on
okay,
May now.
okay.
So if May goes well,
Bro, you've already spoken about it. Just speak about it.
yeah, I was gonna say, bro, you might as well just let it out.
you guys might see me then at the pro qualifier in
Okay.
December
Okay.
if this goes according to plan.
Okay.
So
And obviously
Still
you
classic, eh?
then I think would probably...
Still classic.
I'm not saying a word.
We'll wait and see.
Wait and see.
A
Yeah.
sneaky suspicion going on here.
I know.
I'll keep quiet.
Well, we'll talk about it afterwards and then I'll see if I'm right.
Yeah.
So you now What was your stage weight?
86.
Now we weighed in that morning was 85. 85.1.
How tall are you?
See, I am 183.
3.
But they remember when we were
They're always shorter, bro. I'm also shorter when they measure me there.
I
they
was
had me at
178 flat.
182.
Yeah, I came in at like 175.6 or something
bro,
like
I was
that.
like,
Yeah.
when I was playing rugby, I was like measured at 186.
But
And then-
also the water in your vertebrae and your underneath your feet, everything drops out.
Yeah.
Especially if you take a diuretic.
Yeah.
It's going to drop out.
And then
So-
they had
And
me
your
at
hair, you've always got a
182.
fresh cut, so it's slightly shorter.
Bro, but he pressed that thing so hectic on my
Just
head.
push your head
I was
down.
like, damn, bro. Like, and then it was 182.
What time of day? Because you're always tall in the morning.
Fuck yeah, he took us
was
at,
it?
I was at 1. And
Okay.
you were probably like 2-ish.
Yeah,
2-ish,
like
3-ish.
half past, yeah, somewhere around there, afternoon.
So-
Going off bodybuilding, should we talk about... So you studying?
No,
do
I'm
you
not
doing?
studying. I'm a real estate agent.
Okay, that's cool.
And I started forex trading in the beginning of last year.
So you also do Bitcoin and stuff.
Not Bitcoin.
So you're not doing that as well.
No, just
Forex.
currencies, bro. And in the beginning, it was obviously daunting. I lost quite a bit of money, and then
Do you
I
do it
started-
personally for like a company?
no, for myself personally.
But you have to have a
myself.
license for it. Eh?
Yeah, well, you have to obviously be tax registered as a forex trader and everything. Well, I started doing that, and then I did that for about a year of like making money here and there, and then I started getting a hang of it, and now it's like steaming, bro. To be honest, like,
That's good.
so I'm looking to not stop the real estate because it's a family owned business. So that also was very good, but I'm looking to start like doing the forex full time. It also helps me a lot with the bodybuilding because I have a lot more time on my hands. Like obviously, I think like with appointments just popping up everywhere.
It gets quite hectic.
Yeah, bro. So like,
You just cancelled our gym.
yeah, literally
For
you're gonna
appointment.
train and you're
No, I
like,
was supposed to have an appointment now, and then they messaged me.
I messaged the client. I was like, guys, Kieran needs to come on a podcast.
Sorry,
Can you
he's
just
busy.
see him tomorrow? Thanks.
and that happens a lot as well. Like
No,
clients
it's,
just
you
cancel
wake
on
you wake up in the morning and it's like looks like I've got the day pretty much free, and then
Yeah.
by 12 o'clock you're like, okay,
It's a
I've
sick
actually
job.
got appointments until 8 o'clock tonight or whatever the
Yeah,
case is. It
it's
can
a
get
sick
quite
job,
busy.
but like what I don't like about the real estate is how long it takes for your money to come. And I was thinking to myself, like, damn, bro, like if I want to take this bodybuilding as seriously as I want to, it's obviously costs a lot of money.
Sure, it's expensive.
So I can't be waiting 3-4 months for a deal to register, and then only I get my money. Like, even though it might be quite a bit of money, like by the time I get my next deal, I've already spent everything from my previous deal.
So multiple houses a month,
That's why I
bro.
was gonna
Speak
say
to the man.
You gotta, yeah.
No,
That's
try-
also
Tell us
what
the
I
Remax
had to
way,
learn
bro.
that- That's what I mean. My girlfriend and I, we had to learn the same thing. You know, you got to sell consistently every
Yeah,
month
bro.
because then every month you've got money.
And that
coming
was
in.
my
You
problem.
don't have
like,
those 3 months.
I used to
gap
like
periods.
I like would sell a whole bunch, and then once I know I've sold so many, I would just like lay back.
But you're
So,
19. When were you doing this in school? Did you start in school?
No, so this is my second year out of school.
Okay.
Last year was my first year out of obviously. So my parents own the company.
Okay.
What company?
So it's Rags Reachers Realtors. They've been going for as old as I am.
Okay.
And we're on the banks panel, so we get like a lot of distress sales and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So we do about 400 OTPs a year. So it's quite nice because we get so much stock from the banks. Because obviously, I think you'd obviously know as well, like there was a time last year, obviously during lockdown and stuff, where the stock was so little. Like I kept getting calls on houses that were already sold, you know? So like, I mean, it's like a sick job because like you're basically working for yourself because you're just like on your own time and stuff. But at the same time, like you do so much work and then sometimes the oak doesn't like qualify, you know? So you've sold the house already, it doesn't qualify, and then you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
next, you know? So like I'm looking to do the Forex now full time, especially now that prep is done. Already started doing it like more religiously, you know?
So when you got into that trading, you didn't ever think of going into like cryptocurrency?
I have, of course, but I'm rather just sticking to what I know at the moment.
Have you done much research into crypto?
Not really, bro. My brother has, and my mom's side of the family is quite big into crypto, but I'm not really into it as much.
I've recently started investing money in it. It's quite exciting.
It is quite
Bitcoin
exciting.
Both. So I just obviously just made a Luna account and
same.
then transferred some money in there and then just been watching and then.
You just leave it.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about
Yeah.
investing, bro.
It's a
I mean, you
long-term
can't
thing,
look
bro.
at it and, like one day I've lost 300 rand, pull my money out. Like you can't do that.
So like so with the trading, with like the currencies and stuff, it's a fast moving thing. So like it's daily money. Whereas with the with the Bitcoin and stuff, it's like a long term. Obviously, you put it in and leave it for long, which I can obviously do that. You know?
But it's also it's not really any. You don't watch. Obviously, if you trade, if you're trading with companies and stuff, different story.
100%.
But with Bitcoin, like if you just look at Bitcoin or you just look at Ethereum, it's kind of just like okay, well, I'm just doing these three. I can't exactly do anything.
Yeah.
Like. Yes, maybe Elon Musk once goes buy some more and then it spikes the value of it. Then maybe you make some money, then you can draw out some. But I mean, at the end of the day, then you still end up paying tax on it.
But
So
it's kind of more like
that's the issue.
You need money to like be free to.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of money that you be like, okay, well, this 20K I'll put away. I don't need to see that it's fine. Let's just leave it there.
Yeah.
And then maybe in 15 years time, it's worth 200 or something like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's what trading also should be.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be, I want to get rich quick because that's just
I think
not
that's
a good
also
way.
like the approach that a lot of people have, and then once they lose money, they just back out and pull, and they're just like, no, this is a scam, you know. And I try to approach it like as a long-term thing, and I did lose a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but I decided to like rather just take it and try and improve, basically like bodybuilding, like taking where I made the mistakes and just improve daily. And then it started coming to my mind, and now it's like second nature, bro. It's just like, it's amazing, bro.
Would you start trading for like other people and stuff like that?
To be honest, no, bro.
Just for
Like,
yourself?
I don't feel the need to trade for anybody else. Like, I mean,
Can you make enough money with just trading with your own cash? Because obviously you needed startup funds.
So I actually sold a couple of houses for that.
Okay.
So I put money away from certain deals, and then I started with a small amount, grew it, and then lost everything again. And then I had to sell more houses, and then I started getting better and better and better. And now it's basically like a thing where I can keep a certain amount in and withdraw what I make every day, you know? So like, and the money comes quick, bro. Like I withdraw, I showed him this morning, I withdrew yesterday and I got the money this morning. It showed up in my bank account. So it's like, it's nice to see that, you know? So like, obviously me being so young, I have a lot of time in terms of everything. So I'm just like trying to...
So then what do? Just watch like news, just make sure Trump doesn't say anything stupid and then the dollar takes a dip.
So it's like, obviously, like there's different strategies that people follow and indicators and stuff. So yeah, it's basically like, there's so much that goes into
So do you watch the news a lot and like read up articles? And
sort of, bro, like to a certain extent. I'm also on a massive group where people are just talking the whole time. So like that also is very convenient. Like I don't really miss many trades anymore because there's people just saying, guys, get in, you know. So that helps a lot.
And the thing is, the more guys that get in, the more the value increases. 100%. So at the end of the day, they're happy that more people are investing because more people investing is just going to inflate the value anyway.
Exactly, bro.
That's exactly, I mean, what Musk did with the Bitcoin. Because I mean, just the fact that he bought it, and then the fact that he says, okay, come, you can buy Tesla with Bitcoin now. Because he's saying that, the whole world's like, obviously Bitcoin's legit. Let's all invest in Bitcoin. So him doing that has brought up the value so much. And because he bought so much, let's say, I think he bought like $1 billion. After buying $1 billion, he made more profit in the first 2 months of having the Bitcoin than he did of the entire sales of Tesla, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
but that's mad. Like he just says something.
Definitely mad. I mean, I think you have that. I mean, it's always to have that level of intelligence. I think there's some bit of insanity in people.
Definitely, dude. Like
completely.
When I watched him on the Joe Rogan podcast, like everything that he gets asked, he like thinks for so long and stuff. And I'm like,
sometimes you're like, this guy's dumb, bro. He's dumb. He takes so long. But at the end of the day, his answers are like so clever, but you actually have to think about it. But it seems like a stupid answer.
You kind of have to think about what he said. Even, so.
But even Joe Rogan is clever, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But
did you see what he said about men's physique, though? Like
He
bro,
often tunes. I don't know if he said something good or bad, but he often tunes like bodybuilding.
it was
and
bad.
steroids
Like
and
they
stuff.
showed him. They were like, "Yeah, this guy's men's physique." Like he didn't know that exists, right? So he's like, "So what's with the shorts?" And then he was laughing, bro. He's like, "Why are they wearing these shorts? That's so funny. No legs." And I was like, "Oh shit, that kind of hurts."
See, that's the
bro.
problem because most men's physique oaks do have good legs.
Yeah.
They do have good legs. It's just because I mean, most men's physique oaks train the entire body. I mean, the more you train your legs, the more your upper body is going to improve.
100%.
So the fact that people think just because you don't show your legs on stage, you have bad legs, it's stupid. And like that's also why I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do men's physique just because it's fun. Then I'm gonna do classic as well, just because I want to be able to show my legs.
Exactly. That's how I feel, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like I'm not rushed at all. I'm super young, so like, if it takes me, if I have to get back on stage when I'm 24.
And that is the right mindset to have because there's so many, like, as we're talking about the, I want to get rich now. There's so many people like, oh, I want to have an amazing body. And I'm sure you experience that with clients as well. Where
I'm not even going to start with that.
Yeah, where they just don't understand how long it actually takes to build a good physique.
Or if they've been fat for, let's say, 2 years. After 4 weeks, I'm not looking where I'm.
I've lost 2 kilograms, but but you're 200 kilograms. Losing 2 kilograms, it's not going to show.
Yeah, exactly. And now they want to be fat and lazy for 2 years and expect miracles in 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I would say it's approximately 50% of the time you need. So let's say you were like in a bad shape for 2 years. You probably need a year to get back into a proper shape.
Yeah, because that fat, like that barrel, bro, that fat around there, that's the stuff that goes last. I mean, we've all seen it. That last little extra bit of body fat there.
And it comes
lower back.
Lower back, and that's the stuff that you've seen. I know personally, if I really binge after a show, that's the first place I hold, and it's the most difficult to get rid of.
Oh, no, my ankles.
Really?
I told them, I can barely even, my shoes, I'm in slops the whole day because my feet look like a fat little...
So how much weight did you put on after the show?
Actually, just a kg.
Okay, and now?
I was this morning 90.2 and I weighed in at 90.
Yes, that's good, eh?
So,
I haven't even weighed.
But like I said, there's a reason why I'm trying to stay
That's true.
in shape. So I've climbed off everything now. So we'll see what my conditioning looks like in about 4 or 5 weeks without anything in me. And if I'm ready, then I will go do.
You're quite open, on social media about that stuff.
Yeah, I'm very open about what
you can say
use.
it, bro. You can say it. So,
what gear I use and what everything.
So, in terms of like the youth, because you do get a lot of kids, I assume they're kids, asking questions, like youngsters, high school kids, varsity kids. And I can see that it's a lot of kids that, see you look amazing and think just taking juice is the answer.
Exactly. Yeah, like even on my questionnaire this morning, I got a 19-year-old question, and normally I would respond in like a shitty way or like in a very, I wouldn't say arrogant, but more in like a sarcastic way, so that they know I'm not going to entertain that. It isn't right. With my athletes, even they know their health is my number one priority. All my athletes can vouch for it. I would not do mad dosages. I've got an athlete here and there that is on a bit higher than what the usual guy takes.
But I assume then they're obviously wanting to look more than the usual guy.
Yeah, exactly. So
and they know what's the risk.
Yeah, they know what it entails. They know their blood work is fine to do it. It's not just, okay, cool, let's hop on some shit. Like and make sure, like even me, I take the minimal. Probably this prep was half of what I've taken last year's prep when I was prepping in the lockdown to go overseas. And my body responded probably 3 times as much than the previous prep. And like I said, not even half. I was taking less than half what I usually do.
That's good, eh?
So
I think that's also, people think, if I take double, I'm going to see double the results. You probably see more than half of the results.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I realized now with this prep. Like, it's less is more.
Yeah.
Like, that's why my nutrition was to the T. I would literally not work off my diet, and my nutrition was 100%. And to make sure I'm still healthy, I feel good, my vitamins are in there, my gear's in there, and I feel good.
Yeah. Bro, speaking of someone that's also open about juice usage is Armand. Bro, whatever was that beef between you two?
So,
because I don't know.
I've also always wanted.
Because I asked him, I spoke to you, like, wait, I'll come on the podcast with Armand. And then I asked Armand, he's like, no, I'm not going to be in the same room as that guy. So I didn't ask, like, okay, bro, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? I just left it. So what's the juice?
So what
bro?
actually happened was we were both prepping for Arnold's about 2-3 years back. And I walked up to the guy, I'm like, dude, you're looking good now. He's like, thank you. And he's busy resting. And I'm like,
Or is this that gym?
yeah, this is
Okay.
at gym. And I'm like, so what is your weight cap going to be? Because he said he might do classic. And he's like, I can't talk right now. I'm fucking training. So I was like, oh, this is how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And then just to me, it was like, I don't like that attitude.
Yeah.
If I was coming into a nice way, and I spoke to him, I think it was in February. I went up to him in the gym again. I said, dude, let's stop the beef. Like, we're both training at Planet. I work at Planet Fitness. Like, I don't see you as an asshole. Like, I want to say sorry for all the shit I said on Instagram. This year I said to myself, like,
So what did you do on Instagram? 'Cause
no,
I didn't see that.
people would ask me, like, so is Armante, and they'll swear, and then I'll be like,
okay.
yeah, or what
Okay,
you see. And I was wrong. Like, I said to him, like, I'm sorry for what I've said, and the bad vibes. I don't want bad vibes this year. Like,
And he's chilled now, you two.
and
Well, I saw you trained together the other day.
So he didn't train. I just spotted him.
Because
But
I think it was in his story.
yeah,
of you
but we're
spotting
actually
him.
training on Monday.
Okay.
So we're doing a back or a chest workout.
So why are you not at Virgin Active, bro? You want to tell that story?
I know this.
Can I say names on here?
You can say whatever you want, bro.
Mayor Scholes is a dickhead.
I don't even know if anyone knows who that is or
Yeah,
that person's
he's-
even going to see it. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, he's the manager at Virgin in Pod. So what
Okay,
happened
I
was
don't think Virgin Active Poch management's going to see this
No.
video. And maybe if you share it, they'll see it, bro.
I'll tag him. So what happened was some Arabian guy was training and he left, and a girl took his bench, and he walked back, but probably like 5-7 minutes later, and he's like, "Where's my bench?" And now I'm in the middle of the two, and he starts shouting, "Where's my bench? Where's my bench?" And I'm like, "Just calm down. She's busy using it." And he's like, "Yeah, but this is my bench. I want my bench." I said, "Calm the fuck down now. You're busy annoying me." And he said,
Bro, we can hear you breathing in this mic.
I was laughing.
and he said something in a different language. And then I spoke Afrikaans. I said, "I'm going to give you an Afrikaans clap
Okay.
if you're going to say something." And he went down to the manager. All session carried on. Afterwards, they came up to me and they're like, "No, I've got a hearing this weekend." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Had the hearing. Nothing happened. About 2 weeks later, I went to the gym. I swiped my card. And they said to me, "No, I'm banned for 3 months." I'm like,
Sure.
"Did you guys think of calling me now? I drove all the way to the gym. Like, can't you just tell me, like,
Yeah.
you banned?" They're like, "No, they called me." I said, "Call the manager, please." And that was now Mayor. Some fat, curly head.
Which is ironic.
Yeah, which is
Very
ironic.
ironic.
Yeah, he's always fat and he looks like shit, but not my
Well,
problem.
that's what I don't understand is when someone looks so unhealthy and they work at Virgin Active, you can clearly see they're just doing it to get some sort of paycheck at the end of the month.
Exactly. And so he came up there and I'm like, "Dude, you didn't call me." "No, he did." I'm like, "I'm going to go to Vodacom and I'm going to get my call log and you're going to show me where you called me because I'm always on my phone." He's like, "No, it's not necessary." I'm like, "But then let me in today and then I'll move."
No, because your pre-workout's kicking in,
I'm
bro.
like,
You don't want to go back home.
I'm like, "Tomorrow I'll go to a different gym." And he's like, "No, you can't." And he just walked away. Oh, no, what happened? I put my bag on his feet and I'm like, "Let me in this fucking gym now." Sorry, I forgot that part. And then he just walked away. And then I went to the receptionist and I said, "Go tell your manager he's a real fucking pussy." And yeah, so the next day I got an email. "Now I'm banned for life for using
Hectic.
profanity and
Yeah.
all the damages I made in the gym." So he probably went and talked shit and said I
Yeah.
probably threw stuff around or whatever. And
Well, I had a guy, and they ban people very easily at
Yeah,
Virgin,
like
bro.
this.
Yeah. So you know, obviously you guys know Leon Schuster.
oh yeah.
So his son, you know Ernest, he trained at Gert's gym during lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
Or
yeah.
after lockdown, guys. We weren't training during lockdown. So
Yeah, no gym was open.
so he was at Northgate. He was training there and he was doing like he was supersetting whatever. Maybe like the machines were far apart. I don't know the exact story. And he wasn't wearing his mask. And then the manager came down and told him to put his mask on. He's like, "Bro, I'm walking to that machine. Like I'm in between sets. My heart rate's still pretty much the same as what it is on the machine. Like
Yeah.
Let me
If
just-
it's 70%, you don't need the
I mean,
mask.
yeah, and there's like 50 people in the gym. It's not like you're gonna get in someone's way. So then so there was some altercation, and then he got banned, but just from that Virgin Active. So
Oh,
it wasn't
I see.
all Virgin Actives.
I'm worldwide banned.
I mean,
Yes.
but yeah, they can be quite like unnecessary with the whole mask thing. Though.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can.
Like I was doing I was training at Ballets and I was doing legs and we're doing hack squats and I literally just finished and I'm finished. I'm sitting on the floor next to the hack squat. I've just gotten off and the chick's like, can you please wear your mask when you're trying to catch your breath? I was like, did you just hear what you just said?
Yeah, can you hear what you...
I was like, how am I supposed to catch my breath then?
So at the Planet in Potch as well, now I'm busy drinking water, and while I'm drinking the water, the fitness instructor comes with me, he's like, I'm like, what, should I filter the water through my mask, or what do you want me doing?
Yes, bro, and it sucks. I hate wearing masks, especially like being unfit and not really doing cardio like the vast majority of
It's
people.
also very unhygienic.
It is very unhygienic. And then, like, if
So
you think
hectic.
about you wearing a mask, you put it on the floor at gym, or where do you put it? And then it gets some sort of other germs, and then you put it on your face. Like,
Yeah,
at the
that's
end of the
right,
day,
yeah.
if you're at spa, someone with COVID touches something, then you go pick it up, sponsored by Nutricon. So then, so then if you pick it up, bro, you're touching something, you're definitely going to touch yourself
Yeah.
somehow. Like, there's no way. Like, if you're going to get it, you're going to get it.
Yeah, you're gonna get it.
And, like, I wish that tomorrow there would be, like, no masks.
Yeah.
I think that would be an amazing day.
I think
The entire world. Obviously, there's few people that aren't, but I think the entire
I would
world.
literally just go to the shops just to not wear a mask.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll go
just walk around.
Yeah,
Just like
100%.
prove a
Go
point.
buy groceries.
Yeah,
Just
I
to
don't
not have
need
a
I don't need
mask
shit, but I'll be there.
And it's a lot of like if you like see people like the people upstairs, they'll come downstairs. They don't want to wear a mask. They won't wear a mask. They'll come. They'll talk to me not wearing a mask. Like everyone's just over it, bro.
Yeah.
No one's. I mean, but you still see people driving their cars by themselves.
By themselves with a mask.
Oh,
We
my
were
word,
talking
bro.
about the other day, and I'm like, who's this guy? Is he scared of the aircon? Or
Yeah.
like, what is
It makes no sense. By yourself. Like I understand if you're
a taxi driver?
if you're a taxi
Uber,
driver or you
whatever.
taking this Golf to the next VW and they make you wear a mask in the vehicle, different story. But like if you by yourself on your ace going to pick up your kids and you wearing a mask, like
and you make your kids wear a mask while
Yeah.
you're wearing a mask.
but shame, sometimes you see these really old people wearing masks and it's like shame. Like I understand, but I
No,
mean, you
I
probably
get shit on. They shit on me if I'm not wearing a mask.
yeah. So let me tell you about an old lady having a fit with me. So it was in December with Kylo, my dog. So he's the Staffy and the other one's the Ridgeback. So I can't remember which one it was taking a dump on the beach. So then the lady's like, "What are you gonna do with that?" And I was like, "Ma'am, sorry, I don't have like a pack or anything." Like I was nice. I was trying to be respectful. I was like, "Sorry, ma'am, I
dig a hole
don't."
and put
I was
it
I was
in there.
digging a hole. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "No, I'm just gonna dig a hole. I don't have any paper or any packet or anything with me." She's like, "Well, my son, if he was here, would moan at you. He would completely tell you how wrong you are." I was like, "Okay, lady, I'm sorry. Like,
He's not here.
what must I do? Like, don't tell me what your son would do to me. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just scooping up my dog's poo so I can carry on with my walk."
You want
like,
me to take my hands or
yeah,
what?
like sometimes old people are interesting, bro, and it's difficult. I think being young is difficult with like really old people. Like obviously our parents, obviously different story. They still
Still
they're with it, bro. But like obviously. Like
80.
80, 90-year-olds, like you see them in the shop and like it's difficult to not be impatient. Like standing behind an old lady, like trying to get around her.
And she walks the whole aisle full.
And you feel bad, like trying to jump around her and you get irritated with them.
Yeah, and you feel bad going past them.
Yeah.
When they're walking so slowly in the mall and then you're like,
One thing with this whole COVID thing that I really can't take in the gym is like oaks that like spray down the whole machine
and not
they
wipe it
don't
off.
wipe it down, bro.
And sometimes you get there, like, I don't know if this is sweat.
Yeah, oh,
what is this?
I've also wondered, then I'm like, do I need to spray it again or do I just wipe it?
Like, I'm not spraying for COVID. I don't care. I'm spraying because I think this might be sweat.
Yeah.
And the sanitizer they use in the gym
Stinks.
bangs,
They
bro.
do stink.
Yeah,
And I'm
It smells like
what is
apple
this?
cider.
It's like
Yeah.
vinegar.
It's like,
It's
why?
gross.
hate
And then
that.
you have a cut on your hand or something or callus and then
Oh,
you spray
shows.
the... Yeah.
No.
I hate that.
Or at Pick and Pay when they literally spray that shit.
and
in
they're
your
always
hand.
so unnecessary, bro. It's not like
they
just
spray my
squirt,
feet.
squirt, and it's like
Oh,
I'm
bro.
dripping, and I'm like,
Bro, I watched a video on Facebook. So, you know, like they'll go and they will take the
Yes,
like
yeah,
when they
yeah.
used to take the temperature of your forehead and then spray in your hands.
Yeah.
So this guy did it backwards by mistake. So he sprayed this little girl
in the face.
in the face and then tried to spray, but took her temperature of her hand. So he literally had it backwards. He sprayed her in the eyes,
Oh my
and it was this little girl, bro. This guy must have fought because obviously if you're doing it the whole day, like
Yeah,
you're gonna get.
he's gonna get
Yeah,
confused.
you got it confused. He swapped him around this little girl in her eyes.
Shit. Going to the mall though is the worst. because you're going to different shops and
Yo, you
my hands
sanitize
are
like
raw.
10
It's
times.
frustrating. Like you go from one side, literally walk across the passage, and you walk in, and they're like, "No, come, you got to spray first." It's
Like,
just
but
so
I just did
frustrating.
it.
Yeah.
My hands are raw
And
after that.
And their thermometers are so out, bro. Once I went into the mall, this thing tuned me, I was 28
Jeez.
degrees.
No,
Every shop
got
you
me
walk,
at like
every shop you go
39.
into, the body temperature is different. Every
Bro,
shop you go into.
that's like Sasha. She, obviously, not because of the trend.
I was about to say.
we'll go to gym, and then she's too hot, and then we have to go and we have to wait outside, wait for it to
no.
cool down, and she just took pre-workout, and we've been in the car, like driving
Yeah,
to
in
gym,
the
and
hot car,
the
like-
car was outside in the sun. Like we just like, lady, can you just let us in? You have to sit there for 5 minutes and then take a temperature again. They won't let you sit there for 1 minute and then take a temperature. Like no, we have to wait 5 minutes.
I literally tuned the guy at the reception. I said it's the train.
Yeah.
He literally took. He's like.
He maybe doesn't know what train is.
He's like
though.
38.5. I'm like, okay, can I go in now? No, you're too high. It needs to be below 38.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, but the train is high now. It's like 3 weeks out, man.
It's
Come
frustrating, bro.
on. Like, what do you expect me to do? I'm sweating while I'm sleeping. What do you want from me?
And how is it for you?
No, I hate train. So I was literally, to be honest with you guys, I was on 200 milligrams this year from 6 weeks out. And I refused. I even told my coach, I'm not taking more. I absolutely hate train. The feelings I get, the aggressive behavior.
I had a friend who took it once, and he said he literally became a different person.
And you do.
Like obviously everything happens differently with different people. Like I'm sure there's people that take it obviously and are 100% fine as if they're doing nothing different. You know?
Like this year, I was like 100% fine.
Okay.
Because of the very low dosage, but I've been on higher. And I get aggravated like a snap. And this year I said to my coach, like, I'm not doing more. Like,
Do you kind of get anxious sometimes? I know this friend of mine also has not I wouldn't say anxiety, but he gets anxious in
Anxious,
certain
yeah.
situations.
so the clean just bumps it up more.
Yeah. So I think that's maybe also why you experience, because with that trend, obviously it does change a lot more than like normal testosterone would.
Yeah.
So he also suffers, from like any new situation. Like he'll overthink it in his head, and then it'll make him freak out about it.
Yeah.
And he said he took train, and he said he absolutely hated it. He couldn't think straight.
So
he
I
couldn't.
started hyperventilating. That's how
Yeah.
I feel. And
That's crazy.
And it's shitty. Like, that's why. And
At least you
now-
got that sorted out now.
Yeah, so now I don't even have night sweats. I didn't have nightmare. I had a nightmare like once or twice, but I wasn't aggravated. Even my girlfriend can say I was so calm with her. Like on the road, I'm a bit different, but I think everyone is.
Anyone who's not on juice,
Yeah, I think everyone is like. But
Yeah,
also,
road rage is
people try pushing you, and that's why I think the roid rage thing is very like overused. Because I think if you push any person to that point, you're gonna annoy him,
Yeah.
even if he's not on gear.
Bro, I mean, look at our parents. There's been times our parents have had
Well, my dad
road
is-
rage.
My dad is on gear, so it
Okay,
doesn't-
well, different
doesn't make
story.
a difference.
But I think that's also something with steroids is people think like if every single person on earth who's taken steroids now has road rage or has roid rage,
Yeah, it's
or
roid rage
is
and
aggressive or becomes abusive,
and a small dick.
and it's and it's not always like that. Like people react different to different things. I mean,
100%, yeah.
I might react differently to a pre-workout. This pre-workout Nutricon is actually like I can't take a full serving of this. I don't know how you find it. Like for me, I enjoy the pump, but I don't enjoy.
I don't actually take pre-workout.
You don't take pre-workout?
I took
I'm
it
so
once
sensitive.
with Jack, and we did arms, and I was so pumped. Literally,
Did you take this pre-workout?
that specific one?
See, this one I enjoy the pump. It's nice, but if I take a full serving, it makes me itchy, bro. Like
see
I
that
want
beta
to, bro. You
alanine
must have you had some of this. You want to try it? I'm sponsored. I can get as much as I want. No, I'm joking. I actually need to take this, bro.
Oh,
They said
shit.
I'm allowed one supplement a year.
And
This is
that's
2
why-
years worth.
Oh
sick,
shit!
sick.
I'm so sorry. I'll give you some of mine.
Thanks, bro. Please.
I get monthly at least.
Okay.
They're very good to me.
I just I don't use supplements that much.
Sponsored
Eh?
as well.
There's your camera.
That's my camera.
Then what is that mutant? That's another brand, bro.
No, that's not. This is a black bottle. What are you saying?
Bro, it's chilled. I mean, at the end of the day, it's difficult to 100%. I mean, Nutricon don't really have bottles, bro. So
Hey, see, it's just
and it's a nice big
it's to
bottle.
regulate my prep.
Yeah,
It's for the 5 liters, so it's 2 of these a day.
and a mutant is still in the country. Yeah, I think it is.
I think so, Brad.
I think Brad still got it,
but
even
he
though.
can actually vouch for me. I literally only use Nutricon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, at the end of the day, bro,
legit.
you go to gym, you have to use a bottle. You have to
of
drink
course.
water out of something. So, Brad, I mean, where's Dan? Maybe we need a Nutricon bottle, bro.
Yeah, like a big one.
Yeah,
A jug.
one of those, like a 2 or a 5 liter. These are dope.
showing.
Yeah, like a 2 liter. Bro.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna call this. I really appreciate you guys coming on.
Thank you so much. It was
Thanks for having us.
awesome
Thanks for
having
standing
us.
in, Kieran. Appreciate it. And thanks for listening, guys. Cheers.
Remember I was really on the block like Tetris, just to give me some chip. Surfing, rock in the parking lot, my weed louder than like the gay bubble. I be on her mind like non-stop, yeah. Had to cut the little thought, no tomahawk. Remember smoking blunts with my friends. The seconds a couple of days, yeah. Lost a lot to the fan. That's the shit got me upset. But at 8, then I finally thought, yeah, I'm smoking with